Hey guys, Deslater Magic here, and okay, which one of you made this? Who did it? Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Deal or No Deal Island. Look, they were right next to each other, sitting on my desktop. I had to. So what the heck is this? Is this a real card? Well, the answer is no. It's Joe Manganiello, sorry if I got that a little wrong, island host, and I guess he's the host of some souped up version of Deal or No Deal, which I legitimately did not know was still going on. Way back when I used to watch it when it first came out because it was kind of hype a little bit and the math behind it was kind of cool. We just called it Fat People Picking Cases because that's what it was. Now it's Fat People Picking Cases on Islands with Joe. I mean, why not make a magic card for it? You know, since we're doing news and I'm not going to make a whole video on this, I'm in a bit of a mood lately. I can't give many details, but like, I was on a game show of sorts, and I missed a putt for $3,000. It was in and out of the hole twice. And I suck at golf. They were very wise to bring security guards, or that putter would have been in orbit. Anyway, in a similar fashion, I'm going to be in Vegas all next week. So if you want to hang in Vegas, we'll do like a little miniature fan meetup. I'm not going to do like a time or place. You just hit me up, email, Discord, whatever. Hell, leave a comment down below. I don't care. Whatever. You want to meet up in Vegas somewhere? Hit me up. Anyway, on to this crazy story. So he just randomly tweeted this out on Twitter. I'm going to keep calling it Twitter until the end of time. Hey, even kids these days say rewind the video. There is nothing winding. There's no magnetic tape. It's all digital. They're on VLC Media Player. Some things are just going to stick around. So I was curious. I had to look. This is basically Mr. Beast meets Survivor meets Deal or No Deal. It actually looks so over the top insane that I might be interested in taking a look. But one, I don't have Peacock, as if that would stop me from acquiring it. And two, it has a 6.10 out of 10 currently. So 13 people go to an island and compete in a dangerous game for cash prizes in an intense season-long reality competition. Oh boy, I'm sure it's not all rigged. And then you've got the enigmatic bankers, so I guess it's also Lost, which I think was also on NBC. Might have been CBS, I don't know, who cares? That was a million years ago. And according to the trailer on IMDb, it appears to have Boston Rob from one of the first seasons of Survivor. They brought him back. Honestly, he's a riot. So this is weird. So he tweeted out, I think, a reply that says that Nerds of the Coast made it for him. So it's a proxy, it's a whatever fun card. He kind of said stuff to that effect. And then he lets us know that one of the contestants' name is Aaron, and he's a really big MTG player. So, and he also has been playing himself, the host, since '93. So I guess somebody like heard that and was like, oh, I can just make this thing for him. And yeah, that's some not amazing Photoshop filters, I'll just say, but you know, it's all right. It's all about style, not effort. I mean, if it takes less effort, good. That just means you're really good at Photoshop. But, you know, I'm just saying I could do that in 3 minutes. But, you know, that's the art. Let's look at the card because, you know, they're probably card designers. Now, let me just point out. Okay, so it says on the bottom, at Nerd of the Coast. He says, Nerd of the Coast. There is no account called that on Twitter. They don't even exist. But then you might notice at the bottom right of the card, Instagram, Nerd of the Coast. Now on Instagram, I initially found Nerds of the Coast with an S, which has 14 followers. But the Nerd of the Coast with the matching artwork, as in the bottom right there, he has 178 followers. Much more reasonable. I think my old dead account that I don't even remember the name of from the first year that I was on Twitter, or I guess not the first year because that one got banned because, you know, screw Twitter. The second or third account. I think that has like 200 to 300 followers. Actually, I think that was 1,000 on Twitch. I think I have about 180 followers. And when was the last time I streamed on Twitch? I believe I did it twice, maybe once. And then just decided, you know what? I get 400 people on YouTube, so screw Twitch. But I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just mentioning it because it's like, hey, you could be a relatively small fry on some social media platform and have some giant host of some giant show with like, I don't know, probably millions of followers eventually, depending upon where they put it when it counts, gets to see your work. Like, look at these. You just send it to them. It's just like back in the day where everybody on Twitter would just like tweet at NFL players and occasionally they get retweeted by like some huge star. And it's like, whoa, you're some nobody and you got a platform because what you said was cool. Which like, that's cool. Come on. So the real person behind this, according to himself and the person's own Instagram, so just FYI. They go by Bob Marr 1998. So whoever that is, they're on Reddit making proxies and stuff. So, hey, shout out to whoever that was. Haven't read the card yet, though. Let's take a look at that. So it's Joe Manganiello, or something like that, Island host. 3 cost, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black, which is already an insult to him as a person. Esper players are the worst people on the planet. Way, way, way worse than Mono Blue because it's so much slower and has no weaknesses. Can't stand it. But they're doing like a Godzilla treatment, and the real card that this is like a I don't know, alternate frame or whatever they call it for, is the Celestial Toymaker. We'll get back to that. I'll circle back to that. I kind of want to read the card. I haven't read it yet. So it's a 2/4 legendary creature, Rogue Artificer. Very funny. And whenever Joe attacks, look at the top 3 cards of your library, exile any number of them in a face-down pile. I knew it was going to be a Sphinx ability. And the rest in a face-up pile. Defending player chooses one of those piles. Put that pile in your hand. At the beginning of each end step, each opponent loses 2 life for each spell or ability that caused 1 or more players to guess or to group cards or permanents into a pile this turn. Weirdly specific, poorly written, but I get what it does, and it's not supposed to be a real card. So, don't know why it says D&D on the bottom. That seems odd, but I guess maybe that's just when they made it. I don't know. Number 1 reply is, I hate that I can't tell what is or isn't a real card anymore. The initial reaction from a lot of people was, is this real? Are they really doing this? Is this some stupid marketing tie-in? Is this a dumb marketing stunt? No, some dude just made it and then sent it to him and he tweeted it back out. Like, whatever. I don't know the metrics, but like 36 replies and 662 likes. So like some people saw this, you know, it's not like Elon tweeted it out, but some people saw this. So let's circle back to the Celestial Toymaker part because that's a little complicated. So as far as I can tell, that card doesn't exist. You type it into the Gatherer and you get nothing. So it's not a real card, except it is a real card, which I don't really understand that. In fact, here it is. So the Celestial Toymaker is from Doctor Who, and we'll circle back to that mystery in a second, but he was put on this card in the Doctor Who Secret Lair, one of them. There's probably multiple. You guys know I don't really follow Secret Lairs anymore, obviously. Along with the overwhelming majority of the community, I do not agree with that product existing. But I do not understand why this is not on the Gatherer. It's on Scryfall. It's on EDH Rack. It's on TCG Player for $59.95, but they have it marked as a pre-sale item. And they say that it's going on sale for $12.24. Wait a minute. We have our answer. So this was an interesting little mystery, and let me just tell you why. Because the first rabbit hole I went down is it's a mostly missing 7th serial of the 3rd season of Doctor Who. And you guys know a bunch of Doctor Who episodes went missing because the BBC doesn't know how to store their damn reels or whatever they were back then. So I believe there were 4 episodes because it was April 7th to the 23rd and would have been weekly in 1966. So the people who saw it in the fandom and all that have recreated the fact that the Toymaker separated the Doctor and his 2 companions and made the companions play like childish but deadly games. So like basically Saw before Saw. And out of the 4-parter, only number 4 still exists. Now the initial ratings are reporting 8 to 9.4 million people in the UK originally saw the broadcast, and they didn't think maybe we should make a backup in case we want to re-air it. This sounds friggin' awesome. I want to watch it. It's not. I'm pissed that it's missing. There's even 2 creepy clowns in this hosting the games. I mean, like, this just sounds like a horror movie, but like antique British, man. This sounds like it would either be horrible or be great or somewhere in the middle. I don't even know. I just want to see it just to see it, man. This sounds whack as hell. I mean, like, what are the details? There's Cyril the schoolboy, who is somebody they got to play hopscotch against. It's a grown-ass British fat man dressed as a schoolboy. That's weird as hell. And then he gets electrocuted by slipping and stepping on the line. So, old fat British people dressed weird, falling down and getting electrocuted? They predicted Saw and Jackass and YouTube. Y'all talk about The Simpsons predicting stuff. My gosh, Doctor Who. Come on. This story goes so deep, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, next week, they uncover the first 3 episodes, they just find them somewhere, and they reference fat people opening briefcases on a beach. Or, like, being stranded on a desert island or something. Like, that's one of the games. So the product is Secret Lair Drop Series Secret Lair X Doctor Who Regeneration. So I think this might not even be the first Doctor Who one because I thought that was months ago. But like I said, I don't really follow that stuff. So shout out to them for getting so far ahead of it and choosing like a really cool mystery thing and then applying it to him. I just think that's cool. And to the people who said, is it real? I immediately, within like a half a second, look at the bottom left and go, oh, it's not. Oh, I was fooled and now I'm mad. I wouldn't go admitting that on Twitter publicly when it's that obvious to tell it's not a real card. I mean, I get it. They're probably just venting that they're like, man, all this universe is beyond crap is getting out of control. Yeah, it is. This would have jumped the shark so hard, words wouldn't even describe it, but it's not real. Now, would I put it past them doing this? No. So, like, I get it, but the bottom left, the bottom right, anything about the card, the phrasing, anything? Now it got so meta that there's actually multiple news stories covering how people are angry about this and how they're deeply confused. Come on, it's all manufactured. What are you doing? How low would your IQ have to be to not be like, let me check the set symbol and the numbers and the fact that it's from somebody's Instagram handle in the bottom right, which has never been on a card ever, huh? And then I realized these people are on Twitter, so yeah, I could kind of get that. But they also probably think the earth is flat, so they also probably think that Trump is a secret Nazi and all this other bullshit. Bro, dude, it's Twitter. Come on. So there's not much more other than I think Joe Manganiello, he allegedly commissioned this card's creation, but other sources are saying that Nerd of the Coast just made it for him and sent it to him. So I don't know. Well, crazy news story. So thanks for following me on this one. For real, if anybody has those first 3 reels, just like hit a brother up, you know? And I'll see you guys next time.